But cool. 1073. Adding two Negabinary numbers. I don't. It's a mega. Man, I cannot read. Negabinary numbers. Given two numbers array. Why is it an array? Oh, it's an array. But all right, still a bad variable name. Okay. Given two numbers, array 1 and array 2 and base -2, return the result adding them together. Each number is given an array format as an array of 0 and 1s from the most significant bit to least significant bit. Okay, for example, there's just some example. I'm not going to read that out loud. A number array in array format is also guaranteed to have no leading zeros. Okay. Either array is equal to 0 or just, okay. Return the result of adding them in the same format. Okay. Man, and in base -2, I've definitely done stuff in negative base before, but definitely not in the last, I want to say 10 years. So I have to kind of think about this a little bit. All right, let's, I think for here, I usually actually will use paper for this, but obviously I need to set up some kind of pen and iPad type situation. But I'm just gonna play around with one of the inputs and then kind of see if I understand it. So this is what, -2 to the 5th, -2 to the 4. I feel like I used to know stuff about negative bases, but I don't. So okay, so I have an off by 1 error even in the visualization. But so what does this even equals to? Oh, 11 because it tells you. So what does it mean to be in base -2? So in base -2, it just means that it sounds like, okay, so how do I convert this to binary, right? Well, you know that for even for even powers, you could just, I mean, this doesn't change, so it's 2, 4, 8, 16. So you could just sum these up. You had 21. Obviously, that's not the answer because you have the negative powers. -2, negative, was it 8? Okay. I mean, that part is straightforward in theory. I think one of the things I'm also trying to think of whether it's worth it, I mean, it might not be, is kind of converting it to a number, like a base 10 number, and then add them and then convert it back, right? I And I think in this case they don't want you to do it because their their wavelength is 1,000, so you can have a really big number for like 2 to the 1,000, which is, I don't even know how many digits. What is that? A lot of digits. So you probably need to do that like in place. And in this case, I mean, I wish their inputs are not symmetric, because I feel like they're going. I guess the answer is not symmetric, which is good enough, but it's still a little weird because I don't know. People will get tripped up over it. By people, I mean me. So is that okay? So I think then you add this to 101, 101. What is that? So that's just 5, right? So in this case, obviously you get 2, 2, and then now in normal arithmetic, you would carry. What does carry mean in this case? I think that's the only trick. Well, maybe not the only trick, but one of the tricks. So now there's a, because it's not quite a carry. It's like a weird. Okay. I mean, I think this is straightforward. I mean, straightforward understanding, not the solving. There's no like weird note because I feel like there's always. Okay. All right. I think to get a better intuition, I'm just going to, and sometimes I will write this out, is kind of just like look at the first k numbers and figure out what the representation is. So 1 is just 1, 2 is 4 times 2, right? So it's going to be a mouthful. And then, is that it? Then 4 is that. Huh. So it's all, that's an interesting maybe observations, is that all negative of all base -2 numbers have to have odd number of digits. Maybe. Let's see if that holds. So 5 is 8 times 8 minus 3. So 8 is that 8? No. No, wait. 8 is the -1. So 5 is actually 16 minus. Wait, is it? No, 5 is just 4 plus 1. I can't, man, getting confused here. But 6 is the tricky one, though. Maybe. Because 6 is 16 minus 10, right? What a mouthful. So minus 10, so that's that, which a little bit confirms my odd number of digits. I don't know if that helps enough. 7 is just plus 1, and then 8 is now that. Okay. What does it mean to carry? So actually, this carry, I think, just cancels out because, well, carry on the even powers cancel out the next one. Does that actually hold true the other way too? Because if there's a carry, by definition, that means there's 2 of them, and 2 of these, because they have opposite signs with the number of the power that's 1 bigger, then they even out. Okay. So for example, this is 8, and then this will go around until what happens if you have a carry and the previous number is 0? Is that even possible? Okay, let's try that. So let's say you have this. What is this number? Is that possible? Probably. So that's 8 plus 5, so that's 13 minus 5. The answer should be 8. Oops. And this will be 2, this will be 2, this. How does this carry? Well, these two carry out from what we said earlier to be 0. What? How do we get 8 from here? Well, 8 is 16 minus 8, right? So then let's just say these two cancels out. This actually goes to this and this, right? Because that's just how you represent 2. I think I messed up somewhere, right? Okay, let's try again. Okay, what is this number? 16 minus 8 is 8, plus 5 is 13, right? And this is 5. Oh no, why am I subtracting? That's why my thing is a little weird, because this is okay. 18. Okay. So then now these two cancels out, and then this is a 2, which we bring up to the previous thing. Okay. And this is now 20 minus 2, so 18. Okay. So I think that's essentially how I'm going to try to get it. Hey, I'm back. Nice. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. So I was just in the middle of figuring out what base 2 means, and I think I got some rules. I think for carrying, and I think this actually turns into a bit of a what you call it, a state machine. I think actually, and or maybe is the state machine the right terminology, or like some kind of circuit type thing where, like, I mean, and if you go really way back on like arithmetic with like carry, and you have like, so I think there's just some condition based on that. I think the two thing I noticed is that well, just adding is fine, and then so yeah, So if we have, so if let's say there's, I mean, if there's no carry bits, it's easy, right? But let's say there's a carry, there's the x and y, which I think doesn't matter, or just sum because it's x plus y. Okay, let's just call it x plus y. So if the carry and the bigger number is 1, then they cancel out. So which means everything's zeros. If the carry is 1, which, because if there's no carry, then we know how to do it, then actually it becomes I don't know, like 1 with another carry of 1 to the bigger one, because it's going to be the power plus 2 minus power plus 1 is the delta to get that carry, right? I think that kind of makes sense. Okay, so that's where I'm thinking about it. I mean, I didn't draw all the, the 2 to the 3 Boolean table, or whatever you call it. But I only kind of did this, but I guess there's another out carry, which is, yeah, okay. I mean, I'll put this in code, so it'll be kind of fake. But hopefully you enjoy watching me kind of dig through this. I think this is a fun problem, actually. Don't know if it's into, I mean, we'll analyze it after I get it done, because I think there's always going to be weird edge cases for me. Okay, cool. So dial the numbers. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is reverse the numbers to be least significant digits first. Okay. It's just reverse, right? Trying to learn. I always confused. Sometimes I confuse string helper methods and array helper methods. Okay. It's not giving me compile errors. Hopefully that's good enough for me. So I mean, here I would point it out, but here it doesn't really give me anything. But they don't give me another answer. But actually, I could do my 13 plus 5 thing. Though that's also symmetric, so I failed yet again in doing something not symmetric. But I could just point out something else. Okay. Let's make sure I reverse them right. Sorry if you're bearing with me with this. Hopefully with enough practice with Python 3, and that's what it is a lot of time, where you do enough practice, you get more confident. Even silly things like sorting and reversing in this case, and using library especially, because I mean, I could definitely, I have some confidence about reversing a list manually myself, but but when you're in a contest, it takes a while. Oh yeah, Ambrax, you'll be happy to know that I actually did the last contest and did pretty okay. Mostly in Python, I think. Maybe I lied about that one. Actually, you should check. But now I'm switching a little bit to use Python 3, as you notice. So yeah, cool. Okay, so now we could. I think one thing I want to do is do an extend. I think that's a thing, right? Python extend array. Extend to array length, just so that it's a little bit easier. Okay, so the padding thing is actually not so. Okay, fine. So it's actually what I thought it would be. I thought maybe there's a library for it. Okay. Uh, okay, and then now we want to is it extend? I guess it's just times delta. doing this a little weird. I mean, it's functionally true, but I guess I don't need this. So now they're both with length n, which is great. Let's see. Yeah, I have too many years of C++, or even C, not even C++. I actually just mostly write C code with like a couple of libraries thrown in, to be honest. Like I don't even know how to use C and all that funky stuff. So, but I should learn that sometime. There are a lot of things I need to learn though, so that's besides the point. Yeah, okay. And so now we're saying this carry bit. So okay, so let's just put the result in array 1. Oops. I think that's right. Okay. Yeah, this is a little weird, maybe. Because x plus y, it could be 2, right? So that's why it's a little weird. I could do it in the proper way, actually. I could do, let's just do, okay. Probably could do it in post, but I want to do it in a way that, I don't know, just make sure that I don't do anything silly. Okay, if current is less than 2, then that's fine. We're now at 2 even. Let's reset the carry. Carry equals 1, and current 2. This could be at most 3 anyway, right? So okay. Now and carry, then it's maybe roughly right. I don't think this is right, but I want to see what it returns. Oh, and this is reversed. I have to reverse it back. But it doesn't look like it's right, which is fine. Because we don't handle a lot of cases, so because I think I didn't even do half the things that I said I was going to do, which is, okay, so if this is 2, then it's, yeah, okay. Actually, if current is equal to 2, then no, wait. Okay, I'm trying to be too cute. Let's do this. because the carry has a negative sign. I think that's the part that I was a little confused about actually. Okay. Oh, okay. I think now stuff possibly makes sense. Because it's a negative carry, because of negative power. Okay. But now I have to kind of make sure that I'm right. Because now we could have a -1. Right. -1. Then what happens if I have a -1? Oh, that's the thing with the 0, 1, 1. Okay. Or you then carry is equal to 1 and current is equal to 1. Just flipping the sign requires you to get 2 of the current thing, which means the carry goes to the next one. Okay. I think is this right? Yeah, okay. I mean, it could be 3 not anymore. But, okay. I mean, 2 out of 3 isn't so bad, right? Okay. I actually don't remember what the second test case is supposed to represent and how wrong am I? Somewhat wrong. Somewhat very wrong, that is. But, okay. So what is this? Oh, that was my other case. 13 plus 5 is equal to 18. So, okay, so I had this. What's 18? 18 is 1, 0. Oh, wait, no, this is 18. What's 13? Well, let's just do this one then, since this is the wrong answer. Oh, I'm getting a wrong answer from it. So this is 21 plus 5 is equal to 26. What's 26? 26 is 16. I was just up to 21. So, man, 64 minus 32 minus 8? That's 24 plus 4 minus 2. Is that right? 26. All right, let me do my math real quick. That's 40, that's 24, 28. Yeah, okay. Which means it is something like, is that right? Yes, that's right, right? Minus 2 plus 4 minus 8 minus 32 plus 64. So the answer is obviously, oh no, I'm looking at the expected output. Okay. But why am I so wrong then? uh, okay. Well, let's walk through this, or walk through how I would solve this. But where is this? Okay. So first of all, this adds this, so this is zeros, which becomes a carry, which becomes 1 with an additional carry, which this becomes 2, which 1. What? Okay, let's try again. And I did too fast. I think I confused myself. Okay, so this becomes 2. So we erase it and then with a carry on here. Okay. So you have a negative carry. This is -1. You set it to 1 with another carry, and then now this is 2, and it becomes 0 with. Wait, is this a negative carry or a positive carry? Maybe that's where I got confused. Oh, well, first I have to add first, that's why. So now there's 2, and then now 1 from the negative carry, but then I don't carry. Okay. So I think my carry has to maybe be signed a little bit weird. I think that's the tricky part. Because here it becomes 1, but there should be an additional carry, right? Because this carry is that it needs negative. Wait, okay. Give me one more try. Okay. So this is 2. Okay, that's fine. So now there's a negative carry on this. Oh, that's where I end. I don't think in code I do anything else with that carry. Well, no, it's a negative. This is a -1 actually, which we flip to 1 with an additional carry. Because we want the +4. Man, there are a lot of double negatives in my head that I'm thinking through. That's what I'm, if you're wondering what I'm thinking about. I'm just trying to think if that all this makes sense. Maybe something like this. Is that weird? Well, yeah, that's where you get the 3. Because you do want one of those more. Yeah, because you do need to flip the sign. You don't want just a regular carry. You want the negative of whatever you have. Okay, maybe that's makes sense. Yeah, what a weird problem. I'm still not confident about this, to be honest, because I think I might have. Let's try some really base case. Let's just 1 + 1, which should be 2, which is 4 times 4 minus 2. So, okay, is there a way to get only 1 carry? Like I have this weird thing which I don't explain, but is that always going to be true? What if there's a negative carry bit? How do I get a negative carry bit? I guess you could have negative numbers, actually. I didn't really think about it. So, okay, let's try. So you have that. Is that right? So this is a weird thing. Really? Man, I guess so. Alright, let's just YOLO. I'm sure I'll find a edge case if this isn't right, so. Yeah, okay. Oh. I don't, what should we call it? I don't, kill leading zeros. Okay, fine. I mean, I'm okay with this. I'm okay in the sense that, you know, that's something that I know I didn't take a concern into, versus something that like you considered, but it's wrong, so you don't know how to solve it. I mean, here it's kind of like, you know, I mean, I still need to do better, but that's another thing. But yeah, I just have no leading zero. Return it as an array of zeros and ones with no leading zeros. Okay. Okay. So I have to check the other one too. Where I guess this is the one that you have to check, but because can you get leading zeros in any other way? Maybe not. All right, let's see. So I guess I'll do it before I reverse, so it's easier. Well, last element is equal to 0. How's it go? Is that it? Oh, whoops. I have just one answer. Okay. How did I get a leading 0? Oh, this one. Oh, that's just 0 in general. Can I get leading 0 in any other way that isn't 0? Well, let's try a slightly bigger one, which is I think this is 4 or 2 minus 2 or something like that. I just want to check the trailing thing. Okay. Let's just see again. Okay, cool. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. So how long did it take me with all this, thing? About half an hour. Definitely could be doing better, but cool. Don't know what I want to say about this. I think if you get this on an interview, well, one is good luck. Two is I think obviously articulate your thought process as much as you can as possible, and then and then just grind as much as you can, like I kind of did here. I don't know if I have any advice for this. Like I feel like I have some intuition about this, but not really, to be honest. So I think this is essentially us. How is it? Okay, damn. Okay, I'll consider that next time I'm back. Thanks. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like you get a problem like this where it's like very custom, very one off. Like, I mean, I don't think you can see this on interview, or at least if you are. Like, or when you do, like, I consider probably like a good enough risk to not kind of like memorize this problem. But maybe practice this problem just to kind of figure out how you learn to kind of. I mean, I think some of this problem kind of force you to kind of remember how to do grade school arithmetic of like figure out the carries and all that stuff and what does it mean and all that stuff, right? But in terms of like, so maybe see if you could learn something from there. But in terms of like memorizing this problem or something like that, I don't think it's worth it. Sometimes if you just have bad luck, you just get bad luck. I don't know. I would imagine this is not on an interview, but who knows? Maybe someone is having a bad day and giving you just an interview. But I would say, yeah. I mean, otherwise, but that's just for interview. Yeah. For in general, yeah. I mean, overall, it's a fun problem, but I wouldn't expect this to be an interview. What's the algorithm? I mean, it's just O of n, where n is the number of digits. Because you just go, it's addition, so you go through it, each digit up. What would the code? I mean, it took me like a minute, a line of code, but yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. I mean, I wouldn't expect to see this, but if you do, then maybe I accept that it's not my day. Cool.